Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel AI Stories by Anjali. In today's video, we are going to see one more example for using Dolly model with LLM Chain. So let us dive deep into the video. Before that, I would like to thank to all my subscribers who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, and also requesting to the new watchers to please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel AI Stories by Anjali. So let us dive deep into the video. As usual, for a project to start, the first thing is we have to install all the required libraries. So for that, we are using this particular libraries, and for installing, we are using pip install command. If you're installing inside the conda prompt, please install conda install -c conda -hyphen forge and the package name. So once you're done with installing the packages, so these are the required packages as usual, that is the transformers, the torch, the LLM chain, etc. Okay, and PyPDF is one of the package for downloading the PDFs or for loading the PDFs into the LLM. Okay, so once you're done with that, it's it's a mandatory thing to reset the notebook so that whatever the install packages will come into practice. Okay, once you're done with that, import all the required libraries. So the thing is like import torch from transformers, import pipeline. So all these commands will install all the required, will import all the required libraries. Once you install, you have to import to use them in your code. So that's the reason we are importing. Okay, once you're done with that, you have to get the HF token. So HF token is nothing but Hugging Face token. I have my Hugging Face token stored in my collab. So to get that into the use, so I'm just importing that token. So for that, you're using this particular command. Okay, once you're done with that, you have to use the pipeline function. So the pipeline function is used to pass the arguments regarding the model as well as the libraries. So the model that we want to pass is Dolly V23B, and the required libraries, the required library is like torch, and the data type is bfloat16, and then the trust remote code equal to true, which means you are trusting the sites where it is retrieving the information. Okay, so that's why you're giving that as a true, and then device underscore map equal to auto. So that means it's a default parameter which I discussed in most of my videos. Those who haven't watched the video, please go and check it out. Okay, and then written underscore full underscore text is equal to true. So that means written underscore full text. So that means it will allow all the text to written. It is not cutting the context. Okay, so that's why if we want the entire full text, we are giving that as a true. That is the main thing that we have to note. Okay, if you want to get the full text, please make it as a true. If you don't want, just make it as a false. Okay, once you're done with that, you have to create the prompt templates. So for creating the prompt templates, you have to use a prompt template method. Inside that method, you are passing the instructions. So the first thing is instruction, and the template is equal to instruction. Okay, and the next one is a prompt with the context. So prompt template of input variables, that is instruction with context, and the template is instruction with the help of input and the context. So that means the context is the main thing that you have to pass along with the instruction in your second template. And the first one, you're not passing the context, you're just giving the instructions. So you want to test how it is responding in both the scenarios. In the first scenario, you are not passing the context with the instruction. In the second scenario, you are passing the context along with the instructions. Okay, and then you have to use this Hugging Face pipeline method to pass the pipeline which you build. That means this one, the model which you passed, and then you have to build a chain. So for that, you're using LLM chain method. Inside the LLM chain method, you are passing the HF pipeline and the prompt, and in the second chain, you are passing the second prompt template which you designed. That means instruction along with the context. Once you're done with that, you have to unload your zip folder, and after unloading your zip folder, you have to load that. So that is from langchain.document loader, import PyPDF loader, and loader is equal to PyPDF loader of private data cv1.pdf. So that means whatever the context that you want to pass, I have that context in my S3. So that's why I am first unzipping that, and then I am loading that into this. Okay. So for that I am using this, for that I am using this PyPDF loader method. Okay. And then here I'm loading and splitting as per the full stop, that is the space, sorry. And then I'm just seeing the page content. So the thing is, if you are passing as a PDF, so everything will be not like it will come and load as a page wise. So the context of zero is nothing but this is a variable that you're using. You're retrieving like an array wise. Okay. So that means in the 0th index, what is the page context, you are seeing that whether like you're testing, like you're printing whether it is properly loaded or not. So that's why you're doing this. Okay. So this itself is indicating that the PDF what we want to send is loaded successfully. And once you're done with that, you're just testing the model. So I'm just testing with the instruction along with the context. So LLM underscore context dot chain dot predict of instruction. So instruction is what are the certification the Christopher Morgan senior web developer has completed, and the context is nothing but the context which we loaded. Okay. And then see, this is the response. It's a very good response, I believe. That is, Christopher Morgan has the following certifications: PHP framework, programming languages, projects, Bachelor of Science degree, etc. So this is the thing that we want, like we are expecting from the LLM. So we got that. And the thing is, here there is a thing. So that means the answers will vary from results to results with the default temperature. Okay. So basically for the Hugging Face model, the default temperature is 1.0. So but if we want to change the temperature and if we want to try, then also we can try and we can see the response. Okay. So that means I have clearly told this in my previous videos if you observe. So there are different parameters that you want to set based on your use case. There is no such thing like this model is perfect, this model is perfect. It is always based on your use case. If you have a particular use case and if you want your outputs in a diversified manner, then you can try with different temperatures. So the certainty in the outputs will vary from one temperature to other temperature. So always make sure if you want to have deterministic answers or non-deterministic answers, and based on that you set your temperatures. Okay. But the default is 1.0 for Hugging Face model. Okay. But with the GPT based models, you can try by giving different parameters in your code itself. Okay. So this is one more thing that we are testing. So what is Christopher Morgan phone number? So we got this Christopher phone number, and again we have the information about him. Okay. And then we are seeing what the first question, like how it is respond first question with other temperature. So that means we are setting as a 0.1 temperature, but the default is 1.0. So with the default we got this response. But for the same question with a different temperature, we are checking whether we are getting good response or not. So for that you are giving this. Okay. In the pipeline you are giving the 3B model and the bfloat 16, and then trust remote code is equal to true, and the device map is auto, and then you are returning the full text and you are giving the temperature as 0.1. Okay. So this 0.1 is a temperature which you are setting, but the default temperature is 1.0. So to test the response, how it is doing, we are setting this temperature. So there are few questions that people will ask: why are you setting the temperature? As I told clearly in my beginning series till date, so temperature is one of the parameter for a LLM model. So if you are setting the temperature, the response is based on the value of the temperature. Okay. It will range from 0 to 1. So based on that scale, whatever the value that you have chosen, the response will be based on that. Okay. So we are setting that as a 0.1, and then you are predicting the question, like the answer for the question. And the question is the same question what we tested with the 1.0 temperature. That is, what are the certification Christopher Morgan, a senior web developer, has completed. So here we got warning, root, some parameters are on the meta device because they are offload to this. Okay. So this is a warning that I got when I'm running, so ignore this. So Christopher Morgan, senior web developer, has completed the following certification, that is PHP certificate, Zend, Cognitor, Symfony, and program languages are this. So, but if you consider the previous response, we got his bachelor's degree also. But the question what we asked is only the certificate. So here we got the certificates. So that's what I told. So based on the temperature value, based on your use case, what type of outputs you want, either deterministic or non-deterministic, you can try out your values and you can see. So this is what a particular LLM can do. So many of the people have been asking, there will be a replacement, or the jobs will go because of AI. So the thing what I want to answer for that is, so it's not like that. And again, it's completely based on my opinion, don't judge me on that. So it's not completely on like the AI will go away, like will take away the jobs. But the thing is, with the help of AI, we can do things which can automate and which can reduce the manual labor. So to make the decision, like to take whether which is good, which is good for an organization, which one to choose, if human is compulsory necessary. So always make sure to have the knowledge on AI and how you can use the AI in a particular for a particular problem in the society to build scale up solutions. So this is what a person need to think. And also one more drastic change from the technology standards is the cloud environment. So cloud is one such fundamental thing that everybody should know and understand to do a job. What I could feel, whether it is a developer, whether it is a data side people or anyone. So always make sure you have to get some good understanding skills on the cloud. So cloud will help you to build the solutions effectively. And also many companies have been shifting to cloud, and it's, I think, almost many companies have shifted also. So it's good practice to have cloud as well as to have knowledge of how to use AI for a particular problem and how to build solutions for that. So it's not like simply going with the flow. So it's a good practice to have. I have been seeing so many ads, like when I'm using the social media, like there is a ad of displaying like keep some time every day to have some research and knowledge on AI. That's a really a good practice, and that's really a very good advertisement for the people who are pursuing their careers in these days. So always a good practice to have some good knowledge on these steps, as also in the cloud. So I could say this is a good suggestion. Okay. And I hope you understand this video. So this is one example of using Dolly model with LangChain. So if you have any questions, please comment in the comment section. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.